Ularu's on the executive floor, so you've been given access. Veena Kalra is the head of research and development. She basically led our neuroamp division until RUJIN's previous head of R&D and co-founder, Ray DeCaris, retired. She's potentially one of the greatest scientific minds in the settled systems right now. Oh, Maeve is the personal assistant to both Ularu Chen and Masako Imada. I'm not sure where Masako found her, but the fact that she can keep up with both those women is beyond impressive. The important thing to remember with Maeve is to be direct. She despises small talk. Masako Imada is our current CEO. If you ask me, she's the perfect embodiment of what RUJIN represents. She has the corporate style and class we like to project, along with the cunning and intelligence you'd expect from a leader. It's hard to imagine any aspect of her, mentally or physically, being out of place. Ularu can be a little overly harsh at times, but don't take it personally. Just remember, she's not only our boss, she's the head of the entire operations department here. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you.
If you need to make an appointment with Miss Chen or Miss Imada, please speak to my colleague Maeve. The custodians just finished polishing everything. Keep your hands to yourself, if you don't mind. Well, I'm not the only Ellicott working in RUJIN Tower. My daughter Jupiter works at the front desk, and my wife Nancy works for Tranquility. It may seem that way, but she was already attending college when I met Nancy. She may not be my blood, but she's my pride and joy. Sure do. And I'm not interested in discussing it with you. I've kept this job for almost a decade by being tight-lipped, and that's not going to change now. I'm happy to help. Where can I point you? The executive floor houses all of RUJIN's board members, with the exception of Dr. Kalra, who's located in research and development. Head up the stairs to your left, then up another flight of stairs straight ahead. The CEO Imada's office is on the top floor. Her assistant, Maeve, can direct you from there. Anything else I can help you with? Miss Chen's office is up the stairs to your left, then a quick walk down the hall and up another flight of stairs. They're hard to miss. Her office is right across from CEO Imada's. Her assistant, Maeve, can direct you if you get lost. Anything else I can help you with? Take the stairs to your left, then take a right when you reach the top, crossing the gallery. His office is the first door on your right after you turn the corner. It's hard to miss the glow of all his monitors. Anything else I can help you with? Her office is on the main floor. Take the stairs to your left, then head straight ahead. You'll see a lobby open up to your right. Miss Monahan will be in the second office, again on your right. Anything else I can help you with? Again, happy to help. Enjoy your day. I hope you find who you're looking for. Please let me know if there's anything I can do to make your visit more comfortable.
RUJIN CEO is no joke in the boardroom. My career will be over if this deal falls through. I can't talk now. I have a meeting soon.
They know how to make a client feel welcome up here. What is taking so long? I need this contract signed today. This could be the most important meeting of my career.
The press is late and he's a designer suit, which is way out of our budget right now.
Well, hey, if this deal goes through, maybe that'll be my first purchase. Howdy.
My company's future might be riding on this deal.
This deal could be huge for my company.
I hate waiting. It's just more time to doubt myself.
Can I help you? Name an appointment. Confirmed. Ularu is wrapping up a meeting with Genevieve. You can wait here or in the lobby area. I'll let you know when she's ready to see you. I see Imogene Salzo is supposed to be with you.
I'm right here, Maeve.
Good. It should just be a moment. Well, sooner than I thought. Looks like Ularu's ready now. I don't do idle chit-chat.
Is that always your response? I don't want another PR mess on my hands.
Yes, Viv, because you're too good at your job. No, we can talk details later. My next appointment's here.
Fine, but you can break this news to Alexis at our next meeting.
Ularu's waiting.
Good, you're finally here. The one I've been hearing so much about. I'm Ularu Chen, head of operations here at RUJIN. So tell me, what do you think of your new job so far? In that case, it sounds like our initial impression of you is turning out to be quite accurate. Now, my dear Jeannie here says you've been through the basics of what we do and pulled off success every time.
5 successful standard assignments and 1 specialized.
And on top of all that, a flawless record. It's no wonder they love you up here. I happen to have a personal assignment that I'd like to send you on. One that involves meeting up with an outside contact. Jeannie seems to think you're more than capable of handling it.
He's the best operative I've ever hired.
Let's not forget the only operative you've ever hired. Meeting with outside contacts isn't always as straightforward as your past assignments. Some can be fickle or demanding, so you'll need to decide how to handle them and what decisions to make on the fly. I'd use the word trust loosely. We maintain a relationship of sorts. Those who come through get paid, and those who don't, well, they won't live to regret it. Good, because if not, I can't imagine we have much use for you here at RUJIN. Your contact is Simon Rychek. He claims to have information on a new project that Infinity Ltd is working on. He said it's a game changer that RUJIN would be especially interested in, so his asking price is the big thing to consider. Finance will reimburse up to 1,000 credits, so if you have negotiation skills, use them. Simon's been working with us for years, so he'll pose no threat to you. He's paranoid, which is why I assume he's never been caught. But his information is typically worth it. Now, in order to confirm your identity, Simon prefers code phrases. I'll let Jeannie give you the details on this one because the concept is just beneath me.
Simon is into sports, so he enjoys any opportunity to talk about them. At some point, he'll casually say, "Looks like the Galactic Raiders are the #1 pick for the Universal Championship this year." You get to respond with, "Razor Derby is the only real sport." Got it? According to Simon Rychek, it's the only real sport in the galaxy. But if you want a lesson in sports, just ask him. Movies are more my thing when it comes to entertainment. They're a batball team that sucks. They have about as much chance of winning the Universal Championship as Aurora does of going legal outside of Neon. Simon despises batball though, which is why he crafted that response you give in return. You'll find him in Sidonia, so I hope your ship's fueled. Just look for him above the Lux condos in the plaza.
You spoke very highly of this one, Jeannie. Let's hope he doesn't make a liar out of you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some things to take care of.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
Do I look like Imogene to you?
Don't wander into any restricted areas.
Well, that wasn't too bad for your introduction. What do you think of Ularu? Good call. Let me know if you have any questions regarding your assignment. And enjoy your time in Sidonia. It's certainly no Neon. Only that it's vastly different than Neon. There's not glitz and glam where Sidonia is concerned. And don't worry about it being in UC territory. Simon's smart, so any physical information he may hand off to you won't set off any alarms. Just make sure your ship is clean before reaching Mars orbit. Remember, Aurora is illegal there, so if you have any on you, it needs to stay here. For you? No, only Ularu calls me that, and it's not up for negotiation. I worked with Simon a lot in my time as a field op. He's a perpetually grumpy man, but I think he just likes to keep his distance. Getting close to people isn't a luxury he can afford in his line of work, much like ours.
RUJIN certainly spared no expense on their exec floor.
looking interesting today. You have a very unique look. Thank you. I believe appearance to be a point of pride. In the effort of making small talk, I hope you're enjoying your newly gained position. Our operatives are quite the expense, but a necessary one. You're proving to be quite the outlier. Good. That was the intent. I believe I've met my social quota for the day, so I'll be continuing on with my work now. Perhaps we'll chat another time. Can I help you? That information would be considered a trade secret that is well above your pay grade. Suffice to say, very meticulously and with a bottle of well-aged scotch. Well, partially because they're your mistakes. The deduction is both a deterrent and incentive. Avoid errors and strive for perfection. Masako instituted this policy when she became CEO, and it substantially reduced our collateral damage. So long.
Look who's on the executive floor. Moving up, I see. Oh yeah, when Masako promoted me to head up marketing, I told her I wanted complete control of all public-facing aspects. Being the brilliant mind that she is, she didn't even hesitate. Every facet of RUJIN's narrative is carefully crafted by me and my team, with plenty of help from operations, of course. Cover stories, mostly. If an operative is caught or RUJIN involvement is suspected, we go into damage control. It's a lot of conversations and negotiations, working with witnesses, law enforcement, the press, not to mention preparing our own statements so we can quell any oncoming storms, or at least get ahead of them. The NeuroAmp campaign is always a delicate subject. I have a love-hate relationship with it due to how polarizing the technology can be for some. It's easy to get our target audience to buy in, but it's the naysayers that we really want to appeal to, and that's our biggest challenge.
If only there were more hours in the day. I hope you're minding yourself while on the job. Thanks to my predecessors, no. The user agreement for NeuroAmps is very clear. It stipulates that once activated, the user assumes complete responsibility for the hardware, its usage, and any risks that may come with using such a device. Your guess is as good as mine. Jalen and I don't speak too often. It's always prompted by a special occasion or a tragic event of some sort. We aren't a close-knit family, unlike some who work here, and I'm under the impression we both prefer it that way. Busy is an understatement, but most of what we deal with is considered routine, so our workload is manageable.
I don't believe I sent for anyone. Whatever business you may have, it's certainly not here.
Keep out of my way, and I'll keep out of yours.
RUJIN CEO is no joke in the boardroom.
They know how to make a client feel welcome up here.
Kinda in the middle of something here.
People joke, say those Arun zealots worship a snake. It ain't a snake. It's some kind of celestial being. They call it the Great Serpent. Is it real? Hell if I know. But they think it is. And that makes them dangerous.
That's right. A proprietary mix of outlaws. Thirsty. Of course you are.
Here for some plant? Can't blame you. Best drink in the settled systems.
No, not today. Just picking up some beers.
Oh. Well, suit yourself.
You good?
You look like you could use a drink. Hell, we all could. What are you, the nosy type? Why do you care? But if you must know, business is good. It's all. So are you going to buy any, or are you just gonna talk my ear off? Yeah, I'll see you later.
Hey there.
Who's there, friend? Need something? Duels Goods has a full line of equipment and accessories for all your hectic needs. Packaged food? Check. Neuroamps? Oh yeah.
kids off-world for a bit. It's good for them to get that experience.
Oh, it'll be good for them. I know it was for me. Did you travel a lot as a kid?
My parents always thought it was too dangerous. I really feel like I missed out.
Can't wait to get out of this place. You lost? Or just come to ask an out-of-work miner how his day's going? Yeah. I just wish Sidonia had a bit more to offer while I'm trying to enjoy my unemployment. Not much in the way of entertainment around here. Speaking of, looks like the Galactic Raiders are the #1 pick for the Universal Championship this year. Get lost, kid. Looks like the Galactic Raiders are the #1 pick for the Universal Championship this year. Not a sports fan, huh? Why don't you take a hike? Oh, and what do you know? Get out of here. Well, look who's back with another smart-ass remark. You're damn right it is. I heard they were sending someone new. Nice to see you made it. I have information on a deal being proposed between Infinity Ltd and Deimos Staryards. It's my belief that your employers would be highly interested in the details. So I'm upping my price. It's steep, yes. But that is why I'm also offering a little side job if you can't pay up. Glad you see reason. As you may guess, being an informant is not without its risks. I've heard there's a merc in Saturn's orbit who'd like to cross my name off her list. Milai Liskova. If you take her out and bring me her gun as proof, I'll consider my fee to be waived. Liskova has a sentimental attachment to that gun. Even named it Ember. She'd never just hand it over. It saved her life once or twice. Seems whenever it falls into enemy hands, it has a tendency to backfire or jam. On top of that, she's superstitious, which makes the gun all the more precious to her. She's a freelance mercenary, used to work for Inception Technologies. But she likes her independence, so she went into business for herself. She specializes in killing for the right price. So before you get any second thoughts, you should think of it as doing the settled systems a favor. You're doing me a tremendous favor. Just know she won't go down easily, so be prepared. Malai's ship is called the Datura, and like I said, you can find her in orbit around Saturn. Just remember to bring the gun back as proof. Once I have the gun, you'll get what you want.
saying go? Show no mercy.
Once it's been a turn to catch up.
I'm doing great, actually.
That's far enough. State your business or I open fire. That's more like it. So, tell me what you're doing here. I'll decide whether or not to strip you for salvage. I'm looking for a lot of people, and none of them are any business of yours. Oh yeah? From what? Yours the only thing around here that looks like a threat to me. So, give me one good reason why I shouldn't feed you to the void. If you think I'm answering any questions, think again. To killing me? How about for me killing you? Huh? Don't think I couldn't take you out if I wanted to. What are you, a therapist? It's none of your business. I admit, it'd be nice to be able to relax a bit. Yeah, right. You know, I'd never... Oh. I get it. All right. You can have Ember. But you'll have to come aboard to get her. You have my word, you won't be harmed. For whatever that's worth.
I'm impressed Simon managed to find someone with guts to come after me. I suppose it shouldn't surprise me that he wants Ember as proof of this. He knows I'd never part with her. We were a thing for a while, until the coward sold me out. I'm sure he regrets it, considering I survived the attempt on my life. And now, I live to blackmail him and make his life a living hell. So if Simon told you I wanted him dead, it's a lie. I want him very much alive and suffering. The first time Ember and I met, she was pointed right at me. And then backfired on the gloating bastard who thought he'd won. She's saved my life more times than I care to remember. In my line of work, we're always in and out of the fire, if you know what I mean. I don't think so. You really think I'd let you just waltz onto my ship and I'd hand her over? If you knew anything about me, you'd know honesty isn't my strong suit. The only truth here is that I've intended to kill you since the moment you set foot on my ship. Your ship, of course. I'd hate to risk damaging something I could easily sell. Plus, this way I can simply climb aboard to see if there's anything of value, rather than have to sift through debris. Any access cards I need, I can just take off your dead body. I'm pretty sure I've already made up my mind. True, I'd hate to misjudge. Okay, fine. You've compelled me to hold up my end of the deal after all. You get Ember, I'll disappear. Besides, I like to think of this as just a temporary arrangement. She's always found her way back to me before. Why should this time be any different? I already gave you Ember, and the truth is, you don't. Something you may want to keep in mind next time you make a deal with a total stranger. Spoken like so many others in my life, and look who's still alive. You can determine what that means for yourself. I guess Simon chose wisely. For once. Now get off my ship. I've got an identity to arrange and a vacation to plan. Oh, and feel free to tell Simon that he's a lying son of a bitch. Remember to take care of Ember. I'll expect her back in due time. Perhaps a fresh start could be more useful than I thought.
institutions have endured as well or as
Crime's at an all-time low around Sidonia.
or Galvez. Again, the customer satisfaction survey.
I don't actually like the logo. I just like the logo. I want one of their hats. Maybe a jacket.
Look who survived the devil herself. Well, either that or you decided to pay up. So, that lying she-devil finally got what's coming to her. I've been looking over my shoulder for the past 5 years now, just wondering when she'd show up to put a bullet in my chest. Just allow an old man a moment. It's strange. I always imagined I'd be happy knowing she's gone. Perhaps I've been running so long now that it will just take time for the relief to set in. You know, why don't you keep that gun of hers? I think it's time I left the past behind. Yes, let's. Enough about the past. The information I have is on a deal for something called Project Dominion. I'm giving you 2 slates. They contain surveillance and interaction data for Stanley McMillan, the Infinity rep, that I obtained myself. I'm also giving you a 3rd slate because you're going to need to download the files on Project Dominion off his computer yourself. Best guess is it has something to do with Infinity getting into the neuroamp business. Stanley McMillan seemed to think RUJIN would be the one company threatened by this news, so their entry must involve something big. Getting information is what you people do. I'm just a lowly, yet very well paid informant, here to point you in the right direction. Oh, they will. Don't you have a job to do now? You have his schedule now, so you decide. Maybe you steal his access card and download the files while he sleeps. Maybe you feed him a line and he hands over access on a silver platter. Just don't do anything to bring security down on your head. The guy thinks he's too good for Sidonia. Bit of a jerk if you ask me. Thinks he's smart, but give him the right nudge and he'll believe almost anything you say. The data slate is Stanley's general itinerary. He keeps a routine schedule, so it's something to plan around. The audio slate recorded my first attempt to get information out of him, see if he knew anything worth selling. Obviously, it paid off. He calls out Project Dominion, but it was all the snide comments about RUJIN that told me it was valuable. Oh, and if you listen to it, no comments on my southern accent. I'm working on it.
the short stick at work or what?
Infinity sent me to get Deimos to bite on a deal. He's even got a catchy code name. Project Dominion.
Sounds like world domination to me, buddy. I'd buy into that in a heartbeat.
Right? I'm telling you, this Project Dominion is the real deal. We ought to be selling this to Inception or Quantum.
Hell, you should be in the Astro Lounge making RUJIN Industries beg for that tech.
Ha! That'd be the greatest irony of them all, but not this baby. Dominion is finally gonna put Infinity first. We'll beat RUJIN at their own game.
Sorry, don't have time to talk right now. Can I help you with something? Oh, in that case, go right ahead. I wouldn't want to be causing any sort of security breach. How long is this gonna take? Great. I could use the break. I'll be back in a little bit.
testing me. But we must have let you go for some reason. Oh well. Mining must be a fun job, or else why would we keep getting so many applicants?
Citizens are advised to take caution near the military outpost on the city's outskirts due to frequent live-fire exercises. It is also advised to use only approved ship landing pads, as the UC Marines are not responsible for hull damage caused by stray munitions.
The rest of the job should be a cakewalk for someone like you.
Well, that took longer than expected. I hope whatever information Simon had was worth it. Project Dominion? That can't be right. Give me a moment to run a decryption. Let's see. Got the key, deciphering, and done. Well, well, well. Looks like our friend Simon wasn't joking. Project Dominion isn't an Infinity LTD prototype. It's one of ours. They didn't even bother to scrub the name, meaning someone never thought they'd get caught. Come with me. Masako needs to hear about this.
Don't cause any trouble.
But here's the real news. Infinity Ltd has gotten their hands on Project Dominion.
Impossible.
Not only that, they're trying to sell it under their own name.
Of course they are. We need fines to investigate this immediately. Since you found this information, I am trusting you to help investigate. You see, Project Dominion is confidential. It requires a high security clearance to even know it exists. If Infinity Ltd has obtained any information on it, that means we have a very well-connected mole within our corporation. I suppose, since we're trusting you in this investigation, I can give you some details. Project Dominion is our latest advancement in neuroamp technology. Our current neuroamps are all external devices, but Project Dominion would be the first surgically implanted internal neuroamp on the market. The project itself was nearing completion, which is why exposing the mole is of utmost importance. We can't allow any more research to fall into their hands. Because you exposed this information, I have little reason to suspect you. That won't mean you'll be exempt from investigation, of course. I want you to go see Dalton Fines, our Chief Security Officer. I'll send him the details. You've brought an enormous security violation to our attention, so I trust your help in any way possible. And thank you. Some operatives may have seized this as an opportunity for extortion. It's good to know your loyalty lies with us. Dalton.
Ah, the lovely Miss Amada. How can I help?
Cut the crap, Dalton. I'm sending an operative your way, along with some files to your computer.
I'll be ready.
Not for this one, but I trust you'll get it done.